the majority of this country want a woman to have the right to choose whether she will continue with a pregnancy, have some sovereignty over her own body. Here is Kristi Noem on Fox News this Sunday.
Governor, you've made clear you're among those who would like to see Roe struck down. Well, our brand new Fox News polling shows us this. When asked about that, 63% say let it stand, 31% say it's time to overturn it. Are you out of step with the American people on this?
No, in fact, 71% of Americans believe there should be some reasonable restrictions on abortions. You know, when I ran for governor, I talked about being the most pro-life governor.
There already is one. There is the viability standard that has been in place for many, many decades at this point. So.
Yes, there are reasonable and unreasonable restrictions on abortion, actually, that are ongoing. But she really did pivot nicely off of that. I'm going to ignore the question. Roe v. Wade, stand, yes or no? Let me answer a third question that's being asked in a parallel universe. Go ahead.
In the country. Science has proven to us that life begins at conception, and the bill that I'm bringing this year to our legislature says that when a heartbeat is detected, that then abortions should not be an option for people, that we need to protect those babies. And Shannon, I think what's interesting in South Dakota is that we've proven this issue doesn't have to be divisive. Last year, I brought a bill that protected babies upon the diagnosis of Down syndrome, and it unanimously passed my legislature. Republicans and Democrats together believe that when parents get that diagnosis of Down syndrome, that babies shouldn't be aborted just because of that diagnosis.
Are you serious? I don't want to. If a family does not have the financial means to support a child with Down syndrome, the family and the mother should not have a child with Down syndrome, right? That's difficult. That's a difficult thing for a family sometimes to have to go through. And you should give us, that is rarely disgusting. I mean,
look, the bottom line is women should have the right to terminate a pregnancy, period. It is not a baby. If she wants to talk about scientists will tell you, is it an embryo or is it a fetus? Yeah. It is not a baby.
No, science says life begins at
Science has
conception.
proven to us that's not how science works. Science doesn't prove to certain people certain things. The point is, it's reproducible to everybody. That's kind of a scientific, method.
But at least good for Fox's Shannon Beam for actually daring to announce the results of its own poll.
That framing is not what I would expect.
I know, and the Chiron kept it up, 63%. And
that's going to be a big deal because we are probably 6 months away from Roe v. Wade, at least in part, being overturned by the Supreme Court. At least in part. Maybe more. When talking about 6-3, might be tougher for John Roberts to sort of slow the roll of this thing. We'll see.